going on, New York Yankees fans? Welcome back to another video. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button, comment, subscribe. Turn on the notification button so you know when a live stream video drops. 8:10 p.m. tonight, Boys Big Apple podcast. Mostly NFL preview, NFL season preview. It's going to be big. It's going to be fun, so be sure to join us. Yankees fans, I'm going to have to be honest with you. And I'm always honest with you. I always try to be honest with you guys. I'm about sick and tired. I've had it up to here with the way this organization has been doing things over the last 2 years. At this point, I could give a shit about the 13-game winning streak because, it does not mean anything right now, A. B, with that being said, some teams with these long win streaks in August and September, they don't last in the playoffs. Cleveland Indians are a prime example of that within the last few years. I think they had, a 17-game winning streak, something like that. So we're going to go into a couple of things. And this isn't just, it's Aaron Boone. It's the players as well. It's, who's acquired from this team and that team, who Cashman acquired, whatever. But pretty much at the end of this video, I'm going to be calling the Yankees the TANKEES. I mean, you basically call them that right now. That's a new nickname. Screw the Bronx Bombers. Screw this name. Screw the Yankees. They're the TANKEES now. Because once they get down 3-0 in a game, they're going to bring in the worst pitchers available. Meanwhile, they have other pitchers in the minor leagues that are better and, probably would serve more of a purpose in life. So let's go over today's game, shall we? So the Yankees were down early within the first 7 innings. 2 home runs in the first inning by Marcus Semien and Vlad Guerrero Jr. Tyon, obviously, he didn't do well to start, but the offense, once again, not giving him any support at all. That's like no surprise here. 7th inning, they scored a run. I think it was a Teoscar Hernandez single or someone else hit a single, and it was a run scored. Pretty sure it was No, it was actually, what's-his-face? Lourdes Gurriel, Teoscar Hernandez scored on the single, so it was like 3-0 after the 7th. 8th inning goes by, nothing happens. Just a quick note before we go into what happens in the 9th inning, which really pisses me off, by the way. You look at the top 4 hitters, LeMahieu, Gallo, Judge, and Stanton. Total of 1 for 15 today. 1 for 15. That's your top 4 hitters for you. 1 for 15. With a total of 7 strikeouts. Woo! 7 strikeouts. 1 for 15. That is your top of the lineup against the Blue Jays? That's unbelievable. That part is on the players. But if you guys know me, if you guys have been a fan of me since probably a couple of months ago or whatever, you guys know that I don't like Joey Gallo. Not him personally, but him as a player. Too many opportunities that he wastes. He doesn't hit well with runners in scoring position. Constantly swinging for the home run. And when he does, we all have to appreciate it or else we're a hater. Or, sometimes when, actually most of the time when he strikes out, it's nothing. But Yankee fans, for the ones who wanted him, this is what you got. This is what you got. He has been absolutely horrible since coming here. He's had his moments. Obviously provides a great defense in left field. I'm very grateful for that. He's speedy on the bases. But once again, the way they wanted to construct this lineup with lefties, it has been working. Anthony Rizzo, I like that trade. I mean, he was 2 for 3 today. Shots to him, but he has not been anything good to talk about either. Really hasn't been. And going back to the Joey Gallo thing, going back to, obviously stats and stuff like that, with 3 more strikeouts today, add 4, because he actually struck out 4 times. That was 4 of the 7 strikeouts at the top of the lineup for the Yankees today. 61 in his first 123 at-bats with the Yankees. 61 strikeouts in his first 123 at-bats. That is close to, if not half of the time. Because you do the math, 60 is half of 120, and then you do the math from there. But that's either half, over half, or under half. But not by a lot. So you guys now get why I don't like Joey Gallo, why a lot of people don't like Joey Gallo, stuff like that. And, what problem does it fix? What problem does it fix? I mean, obviously you're balancing out that lineup with the lefties and the righties, whatever. Now they're striking out from the left side. So what did that change other than the balance? All right, so let's go into the ninth inning, which really pissed me off. Also, 3 errors today. Urshela had two. One bobble at third base. I don't remember the other one. And also, Gleyber Torres, I think it was in the first couple of innings. No surprise there. They should have really traded Gleyber Torres. They should have cut their losses earlier. Called up Oswaldo Peraza. Tried Anthony Volpe. I don't give a fuck who they call up. Somebody better than him. Andrew Velazquez is probably better than him. I know that Velazquez is a journeyman, minor leaguer. But you know what? Gleyber Torres, he's just... I'm done with him. I'm done with him. Done with him. With that being said, you go to the ninth inning. They bring in Brooks Kriske after Lucas Lidge pitched a decent inning in the eighth inning. After Tyon gave you 7 strong innings, he wouldn't have pitched that long. To be honest with you, in my opinion, he wouldn't have pitched that long if the bullpen was deeply accessible. He would not pitch that long because they would have brung in some dope like Nick Nelson or some other guy, and then the game would have been even more blown up from there. But Tyon, he did a decent job for what he was given and the cards he was dealt. So you take a look, Lucas Lidge, real quick. I'm just trying to make a point here. He threw 19 pitches. Through 19 pitches, that's not too great, but hey, listen, he got the outs. He didn't allow a run. He only allowed a hit and struck out a batter. So, great job. You bring in Brooks Kriske, who actually has not pitched well in the major leagues at all. In his first 2 seasons with the Yankees, 2020, 2021, whatever you want to call it, when he's up here, doesn't pitch well. Leadoff home run to Teoscar Hernandez. No surprise there. Then he loads the bases with 3 different walks, or even, stuff. I think it was actually some of the walks after that. But total stat line right here. 3 hits, 3 walks, 5 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, and, that's 2 home runs and 1 strikeout. And then obviously 1 inning pitched, 15.26 ERA. And I'm sorry I'm going so fast, but I'm just really angry right now. He gives up a grand slam to Marcus Semien. Gives up a grand slam. And that's not all that pissed me off. Because Aaron Boone's like, throw the towel in. This team's not going to come back. I'm not going to ignite any energy into this team at all. 2 pitches before the Semien grand slam. Who are they warming up in the bullpen? They're warming up Andrew Heaney. Why in the fuck are you warming up Andrew Heaney when he single-handedly blew the game yesterday, A, and B, though you are short on bullpen arms, but that's your own fault because the analytic bugs in the organization really love to use that bullpen till it's, of no use at all. That's why you used Wandy Peralta 3 days in a row in the Orioles series. That's why you overuse some of the other guys in the bullpen. But Andrew Heaney is a guy, when he's good, and you don't know when that is, that's probably a rarity. Andrew Heaney's meant to be a guy if you're putting him in the bullpen for long innings, for 1 to 2 to 3 innings if you need depth, if you need length. Chad Green, Michael King, some of the other guys. Why would you be warming him up for just 1 inning? Doesn't make a lot of sense. And why would you be warming up in general? Why? He lost the game for you yesterday through 30 pitches. I don't care how many pitches he's at. This is the management. And, you could say, oh, well, the Yankees didn't have the pitchers. Well, you know what? That's a bullshit excuse because they could have went with 2 guys in AAA. Adam Warren, 6 of his last 7 AAA appearances have been scoreless, and he has a 2.82 ERA in the past 33 appearances this year. He ain't a major league pitcher. That's pretty much been known. Started out with the Yankees, got traded to like 600 different teams across the league. But that's a better option than Brooks Kriske and Nick Nelson. Next guy, that's got to be obvious. Luis Gil pitched a gem for the Rail Riders, I think it was a couple of days ago. If not yesterday, if not the day before, whatever. You don't bring him up? I don't care if he's a starter, reliever, closer, I don't care. This team has legitimate bullpen problems. Whether you like it or not, Zach Britton was a loss. And even when he was on the field, he was trash. Chapman still has not figured it out, though John Flaherty likes to disagree and act like he, is a perfect pitcher now. So, I don't know. And going back to Friday, obviously, 20-game stretch where we're not going to have an off day. And we're pitching some pretty important games coming up, Garrett Cole's going to have to work. The Yankees have a win streak tomorrow against the Jays. Game's at 7, I think. Then, obviously, you're pitching an important series. You're playing an important series against the Mets because it's the 20th anniversary of 9/11. Then you keep going and keep going and keep going. I should have never bought tickets to the Indians game on September the 17th. Should have never bought those tickets because with the way this team's playing now, they might get another 19-5. I don't know. But here's my thing, guys. And just to wrap it up, and also let's not forget that lineup on Saturday. Excuse me, Gleyber Torres coming back for one day, right? Well, why you rest him? You rest Voit on an off day, or Voit, oh, he's hitting home runs. Oh, let's rest him because the analytics say so. They don't know how he's going to hit against these pitchers, whatever. So this is your lineup going back to Saturday. And obviously, this is tanking mentality because you're facing the Orioles. LeMahieu, Gallo, Judge, Stanton, Rizzo, Voit. Seems normal from there. But then you go to the bottom of the lineup. Actually, no, this is the wrong lineup. I'm a complete idiot. I'm just so infuriated right now. Here is the correct lineup. You have LeMahieu, Gallo, Judge, Stanton, Rizzo. Then you go to the bottom half. You have Gardner, Higashioka, Velasquez, and Wade. Montgomery pitching that day. Where's Gary Sanchez? He wasn't doing good the day before. I get that. Trust me. Even though Higashioka, he did have 2 walks. Gleyber Torres, he's supposed to be your starting shortstop. Why rest him after a day off the IL? Tyler Wade, slightly better third baseman, but not a power hitter. Doesn't make sense. They contradict themselves every single day with these analytics and the way they rest players and the way they treat players. Oh, we're going to put Andrew Velasquez in. Well, obviously, your Gleyber Torres is your starting shortstop now. I've been talking fast for a couple of minutes now, but my point is here, ladies and gentlemen, that this is the tankies. When they feel that either a game is over or a game is easily won, they'll put in the worst players possible, and then obviously the game's going to blow up from there. Honestly, they put in Andrew Heaney yesterday. About to put in Andrew Heaney today, and obviously that would not have worked out. We would have been crushed like 13-0 or something like that. You don't get many reactionary videos from me, but this is just infuriating. This is really infuriating, and I don't know what to say about it because it's been so repetitive over the past couple of months, and, obviously people will apologize for booing, stuff like that, whatever. I don't care anymore. It's a whole organizational thing. Cashman, Steinbrenner's players, and Aaron Boone. And the best acquisition at the trade deadline just so happens to be Clay Holmes right now. A trade I didn't really like. Well, he's probably the best pitcher in the bullpen with Loizaga going on the IL. Doesn't make a lot of sense. But this is the tankies now. This is the tankies, whether a game is too far out in terms of losing or, you have it like you're winning, they're going to put in the worst players possible. And it doesn't make a lot of sense. But you know what? I want the Yankees to make the playoffs. But at the same time, if they embarrass themselves and are just a one-game playoff team, or they don't make the playoffs at all, that better just teach Brian Cashman and this team a lesson that, hey, listen, our expectations do not meet up with just being a sad-ass wildcard team or a team that barely makes the playoffs or misses the playoffs or whatever. It's not going to be a lesson they learn, but you know what? It's just, the point sticking out there. And obviously the MLB people and the beat media and all these other people are not going to catch on to that. But you know what? That's, you guys get the facts here. And the only other person right now that I could say is telling the truth as much as I am is Pete Simonetti. And, on here, I really don't like to credit a lot of content creators because of the competition and the way people are. But Pete Simonetti, he's been telling the truth. And shout outs to him. We had him on the Boys in Big Apple podcast a couple of weeks ago. He was telling us the truth, a couple of different things. But he keeps it real, and as do I. So, with that being said, guys, if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you know when a live stream pops video drops. For tonight, not really much MLB to talk about. Well, I should say other than this. But, we're not going to really talk MLB. It's more of a NFL season preview / a week 1 preview. So, we're going to talk mostly about that. If you want to talk MLB, just put your questions in the chat. We'll try to answer them as best as possible. Peace out, guys. See you later. Stay cool. And fire Boone. Real quickly, I forgot to add, I tried posting a video on Twitter earlier that was kind of like an instant reaction to the Semien home run and the Heaney warm-up. Honestly, just telling the truth here, it couldn't go through for some reason because Twitter was being weird. They usually allow videos up to like 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Mine was like 1:56. So I don't know why it didn't accept, but here is the video from social media. That was supposed to go on Twitter. It's also on Instagram. Okay, you know what? I'm done. I kind of said this before. He tanked the Baltimore game, the second game. This is ridiculous. It's not even the fact that Brooks Kriskey's up and he gave that home run to Marcus sent me, and it pisses me off because it was 3-0. Now it's 8-0. How do you score 5 freaking runs, in the top of the ninth? You give up 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, whatever. But a lot of people probably didn't see this. And if they did, well, good for them. They saw it like I did. How in the fuck do you warm up Andrew Heaney? He lost us the game yesterday. How do you warm up Andrew Heaney? Are you tanking? You Adam Gase now? Are you the Yankees version Adam Gase? I don't care that the inning is over. I don't. Brooks Kriske didn't even deserve to get out of the situation because he was being so wild. But this is just unbelievable. This is unbelievable. I mean, how Yankee fans and Boone apologists keep, just saying, it's going to be all right. No. Listen, I want the Yankees to go to the playoffs. I want the Yankees to do the best they can. But it's enough at this point. If the Yankees don't make the playoffs, hopefully it does teach them a lesson that this type of baseball does not work. Because, start off with 2 home runs at the beginning of the game. Obviously, once again, it's 2-0. Not great for Tyan. He went, 7 innings, something like that? Unbelievable. But the offense, what are we? You look at the first 4 hitters in the lineup. I think it's 6 strikeouts, and they're like 0 for 14 or 0 for 13. That's the top of the lineup, guys. And we traded for Joey Gallo, by the way, 136 batting average or lower since coming here. But that's what you guys wanted, right? The 1 home run every 50 at-bats. Whatever. I'm done with this team for right now. This is just seeing Andrew Heaney in the bullpen. Just no, that made me crazy, and along with the home run as well.